And tell me the first things that you begin to notice as you allow the images to drift in.
How do I explain this?
As
How do I
best you
explain this?
can. Take your time.
Okay. Before that, I'll just explain the easiest thing.
Yes.
I see it's definitely not human. I see this red human-like man,
Mm-hmm.
really tall, long hands, long legs, wearing some kind of shrug, right? And yeah, very long face. And then I see these structures. It feels in under the earth,
Mm-hmm.
but the light is coming in as if the ceiling that is there, it has holes so that light can actually come in. And then feels as if, how do I explain this?
You're doing great.
So the earth and the ceiling is connected with very thin pillars of something, of
Mm-hmm.
stone, or maybe stone, maybe the, but the ceiling is made up of light.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the light is inside the ceiling. It feels like that. And as if there's this membrane on the ceiling, and inside that light is there. It's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see there's so many other beings there who are doing their job. They're doing something. One specific man that I described you is of importance.
So just allow yourself to connect telepathically with this being, just connecting mind to mind and heart to heart. And as you connect with him, let's ask him who he is.
He, as if he spreads his arm and says, "I'm the owner of this place." And he doesn't have, he's above earth,
Mm-hmm.
as if he's floating. He's not, like his feet are not really, or maybe he doesn't have feet. He's just floating around.
And so when he says he is the owner of this place, where is this place?
He knocks on the earth, like as if beneath it. Okay. So he said, beneath our surface, our human surface.
Mm-hmm.
That's beneath that. That's what he says. And he pointed me towards the ceiling and said, "That's where you live."
So does this have any connection to the conversation that we were having before the session about the ceiling, or is this different?
It's different.
Okay. So does this man live inside the earth, or you're saying he exists outside of the earth?
No, inside the earth, beneath the earth's surface.
Very good. So can we ask him to tell us a little bit more about his life inside of the earth and his purpose?
As if it's his job to run this place, to make sure everything runs in a certain fashion and everyone does their chores. It almost feels like as if I'm seeing like ant like structure beings there who are crawling in a rush, and he's kind of managing them. They take several cues of these ants, and he's kind of managing them and kind of directing them, go in this direction, go in that direction, do this, do that,
So
as
what
if
is
he's the supervisor of this place.
very good. So what is the job that these other beings are doing that he's managing?
As if they're building something. Immediately I got this. They're building earth. I get this image immediately. They have these little pieces of rocks, and they're building kind of structures by placing these rocks on top of each other, as if they're construction workers or something. You know,
What is the purpose of these structures? What do they do?
connection. So that energy can flow inside out. They're building those connections between inner and outer earth.
So as they build these energetic connections within the earth, how is that affecting the outside of the planet?
Humans are going crazy. It's like the more connections that are being established, humans are just getting baffled, they're getting confused. They don't know, what is this? What's happening? You know, this as if it's causing the chaos which is needed to do things, to do what? To change the atmosphere, to shift the energies on the outer earth. Yeah.
So how does the energy affect the humans, or why does it cause that reaction in humans? What's happening there?
It's like the energies are changing, which is changing their physical bodies as well, especially the heart. As if I almost see as if the heart has gone black, and with this energy shift it's turning like it's catching fire, as if that fire is burning away that. Okay, so it's burning away the outer layer of that heart, so that it gets cleansed and it shines brighter, and it can establish more connections within the human body. And I literally see these modules, these connections growing inside a human body and expanding, and the heart, whose outer layer has been burnt away, it's sending more frequency, more energy into the body, kind of healing energy. And that energy is green colored. It's very beautiful. It's sending throughout the body. And it almost feels like as if it's establishing a grid inside the body of that energy through our nerves. And as if the more human bodies are getting ready, are getting transformed into this, it's kind of building a grid around the earth. And for not some reason, like somehow these humans, and I want to say awakened humans, these awakened humans are communicating with each other. It doesn't matter where they are on earth, but they are somehow communicating with each other.
So is the energy that's flowing up from inside the earth, is that having an effect on everybody at the same time? Or is it affecting more those who are more awakened and aware at this time?
More to the ones who are more awakened. It's trying to change the unawakened ones, but because they're unawakened, they're not awakened. They're so rigid to receive this energy. I see them almost as dark humans, as if they have this shell around them, black, dark shell. And it's hard to break that shell.
So as those of us who are able to receive and integrate these frequencies into our physical bodies, how are we able to affect those who are still in those rigid shells with our energy?
We're helping them. We're helping them. It's like anyone connected to those human beings are gradually, it depends upon human to human how rigid they are, right? How stronger their shell is. So, but it's starting to crack. So if I have humans around me, when I interact with them, their shell starts to crack gradually. And then obviously it depends upon that person. It depends upon the thickness of the shell, how easily that shell, they're ready to shed that shell. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So
I almost get this image as if the awakened humans are very tall, and like their body is not human body, and they're more of just a structure of nerves, green nerves, as if the energy is flowing inside them, and they're tall, they're huge, and they're circling around the earth and kind of healing it. And I see this green energy in the center of the earth, shining brighter and brighter as they dance around it, as they hold their hands and just dance around the earth. That's the kind of image that I'm getting.
beautiful. And so I've had a few sessions lately where we've talked about the energy that's building inside of the earth, but we also hear that we are receiving energy coming through the sun or coming from above. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't know. I feel as if the sun is doing its job. I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Okay. I'm more so to do with the inner
what's
thingy.
Inside the earth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And humans. Yes.
Very good. The man that we're speaking with inside the earth, what is your connection to Akshat?
Like literally before you asked this question, I was asking the same question to him. And it's like part of my consciousness is there. That's what he told me immediately. Like as if this is his words, I'm connected to you, to me. And as if he's sending me something and I'm passing it on to others. We are this, no, we are not the same. As if we are working together somehow. We are working together on this thing. And I'm one of his main contacts, you can say. There are others as well, but in this part of the world, I'm the main contact. It feels like that. I feel as if I'm connecting a cord from my heart to the other person's heart, and the other person lights up with green color. I'm opening their heart, their shell, and that's how it's working. It's not PQH, he says.
You just do it automatically.
As I'm sharing more love with people, more compassion, it's happening. And as I do this with the other humans, I'm sending the energy to the center of the earth as well. As if there's this cord connected between my heart and earth's heart as well. The more I do this, the more brighter it shines. And it's an emerald colored green light. It's beautiful.
So what else do you need to know about bringing this light forward on the earth at this time? What would he like you to know?
He's saying, heal the planet, heal the earth. How? He says, I have the ability to send healing energy to anything and everything. Be it a cushion, be it a plant, be it a stone, rock, animal, plants, trees, humans, tables, chairs, anything and everything. Really, how do I do that? Just have to connect myself with that object or with that being or with that thing and send. Okay, so this is the image that I get. I'm holding a chair, a white chair, right? And I'm focusing on my heart and I'm just sending energy from my heart to that chair. And literally there is waves of energy coming, green energy coming out of my heart, flowing in my hands, going in the chair, and then connecting the chair to the earth. Do you get it? Do you get my point?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So is this something that he should be practicing on a regular basis, or just something that he's doing automatically without even thinking about it?
He needs to do more of it. Consciously do more of it. Work on it. He'll get better at it. And yeah, just practice it more.
Very good. Is there any additional information that you want to share with us at this time about what's going on with your group or inside the earth?
It's like everyone is so busy. No, they're not like, it's not like they're panicking, but they're working hard. They're working really hard. to make this happen. It's a huge responsibility, not responsibility, no. It's a huge purpose, big purpose. They have to do this. So they're happy, they're so happy, but then they're so all well connected with that purpose. There is no other thing except for that purpose. They're so aligned with each other with that purpose that there's nothing else which exists there. Happiness and joy and just this work. They almost saying as if, they'll give their life to this purpose. They'll do anything for this. And everyone shares the same opinion, same feeling.
So do they feel, as we bring this energy forward and as it affects more and more of humanity, do they feel that we will eventually reach the same state of being within ourselves where we're connected in love as they are?
The ones who won't be able to, they won't be able to survive. They won't be able to survive. It's sad. It's like as if their heart fills with grief, but that's the truth. They won't be able to survive. Every single person's heart needs to beat with love, and that's it. They should be and will be connected with each other with love, with their heart, but then there will be a small fraction of humans who won't be able to do, but there's nothing that we can do. They'll have to leave.
Can they tell us what will happen to those who are unable to open their hearts?
So I'll explain you the image that I got. As if all the humans turned into green, and there's this small circle in between, which is gray, dark, and cold, almost like a stone. And they'll just break down like into dust. They mentally, physically, it's going to be super difficult for them.
Yes.
And they'll just evaporate. So it's like their souls will leave their bodies if they don't do it. If Akshat doesn't do it, Akshat's soul will leave this body.
So
that's how it will work.
Let's take a look at Akshat's heart while we're here. And let's make sure that we've released, or that we release any blocks or any walls. As you're scanning through the body and scanning through his heart, what do you see there?
As if there is some glue or something sticky stuck on the heart, which is not letting the heart function properly, which is not letting it beat properly, not letting the love flow properly to its maximum capacity.
Where did this glue come from? Who put it there?
I get an answer. Akshat did it.
Why?
Fear, afraid of his heart being broken, being exploited, humans misusing it. So he shunned it down in the fear of getting hurt, and he just wants to protect himself.
Yes. But as we can see from the beginning of this session now, he has a lot of really important work to do to make sure that heart space is open so that he can shine that beautiful green energy into the hearts of others. So can we begin to remove that glue from his heart for him today?
I hear we can try.
Okay. What do we need to use? What tool can we use to begin to release that for him?
Take him to the guides.
Mm-hmm.
They'll heal it. They'll help it.
Beautiful. So let's do that. Let's allow yourself to connect with your guides, asking the guides to step forward who have the ability to assist in releasing this glue and releasing all of the fear that's being held in that heart space. Just drifting and floating through time and space. And allow yourself to be there now with your guides. And tell me what you see.
I see as if I'm sitting on a chair. I'm a lady and I'm just sitting on a chair. Very grumpy, I'm wearing a gown and a crown on my head, but then I'm very grumpy.
Why do you feel grumpy? What's happened?
Nobody else understands me. Like, nobody follows what I say. Nobody understands me. So I started to be grumpy and started to shout on anyone and everyone so that they listen to me, listen to what I'm saying.
And how has that worked for you?
Didn't. It just instilled fear in people, and that's why they listen to me. That's the only reason. They don't respect me. They don't love me.
So I want you to just allow yourself to tune in to the energy that you feel within this body and understand more about that need to control. Why do you feel like you need to shout at people and control them? Where does that come from?
Hatred of self.
Why do you hate yourself?
I feel like I'm filth. I couldn't do something. I failed to do something.
Do you have
And
a fear of failure?
no. It's like I failed to do something and then I couldn't forgive myself for that.
So just allow yourself to tune into that. What is it that you feel like you couldn't forgive yourself for?
Someone's death, my son's death. I couldn't forgive myself for that. I could have saved him, but I didn't. I couldn't. I just panicked and I started rushing around, and then nobody heard me, and then he died. He was poisoned by someone. I just didn't know what to do. There was blood coming out of his mouth, and he was so small. It's like it's really old. The whole time is really old. Everyone used to wear these white wigs on their head. That's the kind of image that I'm getting. Puffy dresses and all of that.
So I want you to just allow yourself to connect with the soul of your son. And just allowing yourself to connect mind to mind and heart to heart. And as you connect with your son, I want you to see, what does he tell you about the poisoning? What does he say to you about that?
He doesn't tell me who did it, but he does tell me that it wasn't your fault. You didn't do it. It was meant to be like that. I was meant to leave like that so that I can help you.
Yes. And so this was part of his soul contract.
Yes. One or the other way, he would have died, if not poisoned, something else. I think he just ate poisonous flower.
Mm.
That's it.
So as you take in this information, knowing that it was not your fault, that you had nothing to do with it, and this was his soul's choice, can you forgive yourself for that experience?
Feel, how can I let it go? How can I let it go? I just cannot forgive myself for this. But at the same time, when I said it, I feel as if I can.
Mm-hmm. So let's bring in a beautiful healing energy. And we're going to begin to heal not only you, but we're going to bring it in for the sun as well. So you can just visualize your sun next to you. And we're going to bring in a beautiful healing color. What color would you like to use?
I'm getting yellow.
Beautiful. So I want you to visualize that beautiful yellow high frequency energy. And just imagine that it is just flowing over your head and into your body, in through the crown, moving down through the chakras and into each cell of the body, and flowing down into that heart space. And as this is happening, your son is also receiving this beautiful healing energy, just helping him if he needs to release anything as well. Just allowing that energy to swirl around the heart space, bringing in the frequency of forgiveness, allowing that energy to release from the body, just transforming any hatred that you've been holding, any blame that you've carried, knowing that it would have happened no matter what you would have done. And just allow that beautiful energy just to radiate and expand in that heart space, breaking down anything and everything that you're holding and storing. And feel that energy flowing down through the solar plexus, through the sacral, through the root, expanding out through the cells of the body and the organs, and draining all of that low frequency energy all the way down into Gaia so she can transmute that into love and light. And just allowing that beautiful yellow energy to radiate out around your body as it radiates out around your son's body. And tell me how that energy feels for you now.
Feels as if something feels warm, but the moment it started to swirl around my heart, sort of a black matter came out of my mouth. And there was someone else who kind of trapped it, kind of caught it in something. As if it wasn't supposed to be there, but it was there. So as soon as it was released, just so that it doesn't cause any further damage, somebody's hand came in and it just got it.
Okay, so you feel like that was released completely, that black mass or matter?
Yes.
Do you feel as you scan through the body, is there anything else being held in the throat area or in that space?
As if she wants to puke, as if something is stuck in her throat.
There's something stuck in her throat. Okay, very good. So let's just amplify whatever that is that's stuck in the throat. Just bring your attention there. And as you focus in that area, I want you to tell me, what is that that's stuck there?
I just keep getting one image of kind of a black ball stuck in her throat, as if she's eating food and then that black ball got stuck in her throat.
Did she put that there, or is that something, did someone else put that there?
Someone else, she didn't do it.
Who put that there?
Maid.
A maid?
Yeah.
What caused the maid to do that to her?
Somebody bribed her to do that, and people were sick of her, as if I had a counselor. Now, because everyone had so much for me, like everyone was done with me, sick of me. So they all finally decided to get rid of me, and that counselor bribed the maid, and the maid kind of did this, and I died.
So was that a curse, black magic? What was that they placed in your throat?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was icy white milk, and as if someone is mixing something black in that.
Okay. So I want you to begin to pull that energy out of your throat. If you want to physically take your hands, you can do that, or you can just visualize pulling that energy. I just want you to take hold of that energy and let's just pull it out of that throat area and release it. We're going to release it and send it back to source so that that energy can be transmuted. Let me know how that feels. Does that feel as if it's releasing?
I can breathe finally.
Do you feel like it's all been released?
Yes.
Okay. So let's bring in a healing color into that area to make sure that that energy is completely sealed off that space. What color would you like to use?
I'm getting a combination of red and green.
Perfect. So I just want you to focus in on that throat area where that black mass was, and we're going to begin to heal that space with that beautiful red and green energy, just allowing those frequencies to swirl through that space, completely coating that area and sealing it up so that nothing ever gets back in that area. And tell me how that feels.
Almost like a shield has been built around it.
Beautiful. So what else is being held in her body that needs to be healed and released today? As you scan through, do you get a sense of anything else?
My attention keeps going to the legs.
What's going on with the legs?
As if they're very weak, full of pain. She can't walk. Like each time she tries to walk, she just screams in pain.
What causes that?
As if the hatred for people has been stored in her legs, right from the knees till the feet.
Okay. So let's just begin to allow all of that hatred. We're just going to give it to the earth. We're going to give it to Gaia. We're going to allow Gaia to take that energy and transmute it. So I just want you to visualize all of that energy just draining out, draining deep into Gaia's surface, allowing all of that hatred and anger that you've been holding just completely release from the body. And as that energy is draining, let's bring one of those healing frequencies into that space and begin the process of repairing the energy in that area. What would you like to use?
Blue.
So just visualizing that beautiful blue color in that area where all of that hatred has been stored and causing so much pain and difficulty, and allowing that blue energy to flow throughout the legs, sealing up all spaces where that energy was held for so long.
It's very calming,
Mm,
as if my legs were burning and now they're very calm.
very good. And you can just allow that beautiful blue energy, that calming, soothing energy to flow all the way throughout the body, releasing any other that stored hatred from that life. As you look back over that lifetime, what was the purpose of living that life?
To learn self love and forgiveness,
Hmm.
which didn't happen.
And so, because you didn't learn those lessons in that life, how is it affecting the life of Akshat?
He's like, as if he's carrying the same feelings and he has carried it all throughout his life, for all the each time he got bullied as a kid, each time he suffered from something, a setback, this feeling just amplified his these feelings just amplified in his life, kind of made him, kind of crippled him with these feelings.
Hmm. So, do you feel like there's a fragment of your soul that was left in this lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. So, I want you to invite that fragment back to reintegrate with your soul. You can just visualize opening your arms or inviting that soul fragment back, knowing that it's okay that we had these life experiences and we didn't get the lesson because we'll learn it eventually. And tell me what happens.
It goes and merges into my heart space,
Mm,
and as if I start to feel some sensation in my legs.
very good. So let's just bring that beautiful blue energy again. Now that we've invited that soul fragment, we're just going to disconnect from that lifetime, knowing that you had lessons to learn and experiences, but you no longer need to carry that energy. We'll just allow that beautiful blue calming energy to flow throughout your body, completely releasing that energy and allowing any of the energy that you've been carrying from that lifetime that needs to be healed. We're going to bring complete healing in for you now. And tell me how that's feeling within your physical body.
I literally can imagine myself as if I'm walking in a forest. The very cool breeze is kind of flowing against my face. I'm feeling calm. It's so fresh and so calming, so good.
Hmm. Beautiful. And just know that you can always tap back into that energy and you can bring that calming blue energy into the body anytime you're feeling anxiety or anytime you feel that you just need to become more balanced. Those beautiful frequencies, they work magically. So let's take a look at some of your health issues that you're dealing with. What's creating the migraine headaches? He had tapped into a session before where there was some black magic that he'd experienced. Has that black magic been cleared?
Yes, it has been cleared,
Mm-hmm.
but the word residue keeps coming to my mind, as if there is residue of it, as if it has caused some damage.
Mm-hmm. What can we do to clean up that residue for him today?
I almost feel as if there's this pressure, slight pain in the middle of my head, and uh, he wants me to pull that out and just send
Mm-hmm.
it to the source.
Beautiful. Let's begin to do that now and release all of that residue. Mm-hmm. You can physically pull it out too with your hands if you feel called to do that. Just releasing that energy. How does that feel?
lighter.
Mm-hmm. And let's bring in one of those. Actually, let's wait on that. We're going to do a flush of energy in just a minute. Let's take a look at the back and the neck. There's some shoulder pain. What's going on in that area?
Burden of the world, that he has to fix the world. He has to heal everyone. He has to connect everyone. That he's carrying that burden. That pain.
What does he need to know about that?
That he's not alone, that he is doing that anyway, and he will continue to do it. He just doesn't need to create pressure for him. Just release the pressure. And there's so many out there who's doing this, supporting him. He's not alone. He doesn't have to do everything on his own.
Yes, and as we've seen, we even have a lot of help inside the earth, don't we?
Yes.
So what can we do to relieve that burden, to begin to release that? Can we pull that energy out for him today?
Send it to earth, send it to inner earth. And it's like they'll manage it.
Very good. So just begin to focus in on that back, neck, shoulder, where you've been holding that energy. And I want you to visualize it, sending it down into the earth, just giving it to those beings who are working so hard, and allow Mother Gaia to transmute that energy. And he's got a slight astigmatism in his eyes and some eye pain and poor eyesight. What can you tell him about that?
As if I don't know about that. I can't heal that. Maybe ask the council. They might be able to do it, but I can't do it.
Okay. We'll come back to that. We're going to visit the council in a little bit. And the throat, what's going on there? He said he has a bad throat. Is that something being held within the throat chakra that he's experiencing? Was that energy that was released just a minute ago? Or is that something else?
Partly, yes, but then it's kind of linked to the confidence, as if his low confidence is causing that issue in his throat, and as if there's something else which is causing this.
So as we focus in on the throat, just allowing that feeling to expand and to get stronger. What is it that's causing those confidence issues? Where does that come from?
I immediately saw my aunt who did the black magic, as if it was that black magic which caused it, which killed my confidence.
Okay.
Without that, I had been a very confident man.
So we've done healing work. We know there's some residue that's being cleaned up today. How does he begin to get that confidence back? Will that come back to him after we've done some of this releasing work for him today?
So I got this image as of some yellow light coming to my heart, healing my body, and it'll release. I mean, that will happen.
Yes.
But that's what I got.
Okay, perfect. And can we focus on that throat area and just bring some of that healing light energy into that area and begin to expand it out, just releasing anything that's affecting him, any fear, focusing on that chakra and making sure that it's nice and open and clear so that he can easily speak his truth, especially with the work that he's here to do. Just allowing that beautiful light to filter into that space. And tell me what you see.
I feel as if there's this ray of blue light coming into my mouth, going into my throat, and just swirling around that.
Beautiful. So just allow that healing energy to do its job. So he has a fear of failing, and if he fails, he will be killed. Does that come from a past life? Where is that coming from?
It does.
Okay. What happened to him in that life?
It's exactly what he said. She couldn't heal a lady's son.
Okay, so it's the life we looked at.
Yeah.
Or is this a different life?
It's a different life that he mentioned before the session.
Okay.
So it's like she was called for help because a lady's son was dying. Something was happening. Some sort of that kid was suffering from some kind of fits. He was having some fits. And then I was called for that, and it felt as if there were some entities attached to that boy, some really damaging entities which made so much damage that boy couldn't handle it. And when I released those entities, the soul left the body as well because it couldn't handle the pain. And everyone else thought that I did it. I killed the boy. And they just beat me to the death.
So let's just bring in a transformative energy. Just knowing that you did the very best that you could. Let's bring in a healing energy to help you to release what you've been holding on to. What would you like to use?
I feel as if my whole body is damaged, and a yellow light can come and just heal all the wounds.
Okay. So just visualizing yourself, your beaten and battered body, just being completely encompassed in this beautiful golden yellow energy. We'll call upon Source to assist in this healing, allowing for all of that energy to be transmuted and released. And that battered body is being repaired now, and you can just visualize yourself being fully repaired, all of that damage, all of those wounds, all of the pain and the suffering. And just see yourself transforming back into a state of divine perfection. And tell me how that feels.
As if my whole body is healed. I'm in my best health, and I can stand straight and fully confident, and it's really good, really empowering.
Beautiful. And what do you need to know about that lifetime? What's important for you to know about that experience?
It was a choice that I made, as if it was my choice to heal that boy or not. I knew he won't survive it, but I did it anyway because I wanted to save the boy,
Mm-hmm.
as if I wanted to save the soul. And that's what I did. I knew that I'll be killed for that. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it anyway because I didn't care about myself. I wanted to just somehow save the boy, which didn't happen. And it's like somehow I was rewarded for that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, after I died. But um, but yeah,
And so what happened to the soul of the boy that you tried to save?
it was released.
Mm-hmm.
It was like separated from those
The entities.
dark entities. Yes.
Okay. And so what would his soul want you to know about that experience as well from his perspective?
As if he's there and wants to keep his hand on my chest and say, let go of that fear. It's not yours. You did the best that you could, and I'm here. He's saying he's alive and he's fine, he's safe, and he's thanking me for that.
It's beautiful. So just allow yourself to begin to release that fear, knowing that it was a fear that you've been carrying that is not even yours to carry, knowing that your soul in that lifetime was safe, as is the little boy's, and that he is safe and happy where he is. And
Feels as if that glue on my chest, my heart, has been released, has been removed now.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's bring in, we're going to really expand that light. What color do you want to use in that area?
Absolutely.
So let's bring in that beautiful green that they're working with inside the earth, allowing that energy to flow up and directly into your heart. And that beautiful green energy is powerful, and it is healing, and it is releasing anything binding your heart, keeping you from feeling love, experiencing love, giving love. And just allow that beautiful energy to expand out around that heart and spread out throughout your body. And then I want you to push it out even further into your auric field. So just surrounding your entire body with that beautiful green healing energy. And we're repairing any damage to your aura. We're strengthening the aura, repairing any cracks or fissures, and making sure that you are nice and safe and protected within that auric field. And so his father has Parkinson's disease, and he holds a fear that he may eventually have those types of issues down the road. What does he need to know about that?
It does feel as if his nerves are weak, and it is a possibility for him.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow those nerves needs to strengthen up somehow. I don't know how.
Mm-hmm. Can we begin to do that today? Can we strengthen those nerves for him?
As if I don't know whose, but I'm feeling a hand again coming on my chest and wants to send a healing energy which will do this.
Beautiful. Just allow yourself to receive that energy with the intention of strengthening all those nerves and all those connections.
It's my healing team.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And so, is there any healing energy that we can send to his father today anything that we can do to help with his physical conditions that he's experiencing? Would his guides and higher self allow us to send healing to him?
I feel as if we send the healing energy, that black magic will soak it up. It won't let it do its job, the healing job. It won't let it do it.
Okay.
That kind of needs to be removed first.
Yes, can we begin to do that? Would his guides and higher self allow us to remove that black magic from his father today?
I'm feeling as if they're saying no, because if they do it at once, it'll kill him.
Oh, okay.
Kind of need to be done gradually over or different, like gradually over a pace of time, and Akshat will do it.
Okay.
Can I get healing after that? Yeah, they say so. As if once that kind of blockage has been removed, they will send the healing energy in.
So what's the best way for him to work on releasing this gradually for his dad?
He has already started working with him through his mother, and that will help. Whatever he's doing, he should continue to do that.
Where did that black magic come from?
I immediately saw my aunt's face, her husband, my uncle, one of my father's friend's wife, and one of his colleagues. Yeah, they all did it over a period of time.
Okay. But this is something that Akshat can remove for his father completely over time. Okay.
No, it's like nobody else can, nobody else will. He will have to do it.
It's for him to do.
Yeah.
Very good. So we'll just ask the guides to continue to work with him so that he'll know exactly what he needs to do to help.
We are with him.
Thank you. So he also has a constant fear that he's going to lose his job. His boss will find out something and he'll get kicked out or released. Where does that fear come from?
Okay, it's again the same life that Akshat mentioned before the session started, the two lives that he saw. He stole money from his employer, and then he was kicked out, and then he was ultimately killed by a tribe accidentally. They kind of throw a spear into his chest and his heart, and that thing. And then there was a life before that where he started thinking he's above everything. He caused so much harm to the nature, so much. He killed so many animals, so many innocent animals. So that's why he get a feeling now that he's being tortured by other people now.
So can we begin to just release, to disconnect from the energy of those lifetimes? Can we send healing back through those lifetimes and those experiences and disconnect him from that energy so that he can begin to fully step forward into his role in this life without the fear.
Yes.
Okay. So just visualizing a beautiful healing energy, whatever color comes to mind, and just sending it back and encompassing every aspect, every element, every being, every animal, all of the damage that was done, and just allowing that energy to completely heal those lifetime experiences, allowing all of those animals that their lives were taken to receive that healing. Cutting any cords connected to those lifetimes and disconnecting that energy from the lifetime of Akshat. And tell me what you're experiencing.
So I see this, that first life is standing here, the second life is standing here.
Mm-hmm.
There's this green and yellow light going in that first life, passing on to the second life. And then there's this blue and red energy coming in as well and merging with it and then passing on to me. Like
Beautiful.
completely healing everything in between.
Very good.
Yes.
How does
It's
that
like
feel?
everything has been released. All the fears have been released. That hole has been filled ultimately, finally.
Beautiful.
And it's mine to keep now.
Very good. So he feels sometimes feels like he makes decisions a little too slowly when he's around other people, and that maybe people are taking it the wrong way. What can you tell? Is that feeling, is that tied to any of those lives that we've been looking at, or is that something different?
It is tied to the first life that we saw today.
Hmm.
To that lady. She died with that fear that nobody understands her. Nobody can understand her. She doesn't understand anyone else. So
Okay.
it has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
And as if there is some kind of healing needed for the brain,
Mm-hmm.
like a combination of green and blue energy,
Beautiful.
almost on the sides of the brain.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring those frequencies in. Did you say green and blue?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So just allowing those frequencies to flow in and just visualizing those beautiful colors swirling around the brain, and especially on the sides. You can see that energy getting brighter and brighter, and allowing those healing frequencies to completely remove and release all of the energy that you're still carrying from that lifetime. And you can even visualize sending it back through time and space into the lifetime of that lady, completely healing her of all the experiences that caused her so much pain, healing that entire lifetime, and then completely disconnecting that energy from this lifetime. And so he feels like his communication skills are also poor. Is that related to that life as well?
So yes, and when they sent the green and blue energy, it kind of went into my throat as well.
Oh, beautiful.
And they said it won't happen again.
Okay, very good. So the communication skills, that will get better for him as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right, very good. So he has a fear of falling from an unfenced or an unprotected height. And he had an experience when he was younger where he experienced this. Is that fear just from this lifetime, or is there also a past life connection that is causing that fear?
Past life, exactly the life that Akshat said. He saw it in his dream. We wanted to show it to him so that he can get rid of it.
Okay. And has he released that?
He's holding that in his heart and shoulders.
Okay. The person that was tossed off of the
Cliff.
off of the ledge, right? Yes. Okay. So I want you to focus in. Was that a male or a female?
Female.
Female, that's right. Okay. So I just want you to see her body as it lies on the ground after being tossed off of the edge. And I want to once again bring in that beautiful healing energy. And we're going to begin to repair that body completely. What color would you like to use?
I'm getting strongly red and then streaks of green and blue.
Very good. So just focusing in and bringing that healing to that body after being tossed off. We're just going to completely allow that body to completely repair, healing all of the energy, healing all of the physical body, repairing all of the damage. And as this healing is happening, I want you to look at that experience and understand why you chose to experience that.
It's like I was there to make it difficult for the other person, as if I wanted to give him a choice to do or not to do that. And he obviously went for the other way, and that kind of caused this.
Okay. So how does the body look now as it's receiving the red and the green and the blue energies?
Healed.
Okay.
Especially the chest and the shoulders have been strengthened. Yeah.
And so how does that feel in your body now? Do you still feel like you're holding that energy, or has it been released? That fear.
I got an image. I'm literally standing on the edge of the cliff and literally peeping down to even challenge the height.
You're testing it out, huh? Let's see how this works. Beautiful. So we'll just let that fear completely release from the body, and you have no worries in this lifetime. You won't be tossed off a cliff. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We know that he's a healer, and he's done healing work in other lifetimes, and he's beginning to step back into that, those healing abilities in this life. He wants to know, what is he here to learn or to teach? What is his purpose in this life other than the connecting the heart and healing the planet? What else is he here to do?
I'm getting a couple of things. Share love, heal hearts, and again love. And I get this image where I'm really supporting humanity, like as if you're holding a baby in your hand, right? And supporting it with utmost care and utmost strength. I'm kind of giving the strength to humanity, like really strengthening them up, building them up, opening them up. I get this image that humans' brain opening up and kind of a how to explain this, branches coming out of their heads and connecting to the source.
Ah, nice.
That's what my job is. That's what my role is. Like dual purpose. Opening their hearts for each other, for earth, for love, and then connecting them back to the source.
Very good. Oh, go
That
ahead.
QH is going to help for connecting them back to the source.
Well, that was going to be my next question. He's feeling a pull to move away from project management and into Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis. What can you tell him about that?
I'm sensing anger around product management, his anger, Akshat's anger around that. He needs to go into that, but there's apparently something holding him back.
What is that that's holding him back?
I feel I got the word connection. The connection in between is holding him back, as if that connection needs to be cut. That cords needs to be cut.
What is that cord connected to?
My past life, like this life, as if my earlier days in this life, it's connected to that, and as if somebody just needs to cut it so that he can move forward.
Let's just ask his guides that are here with us today to go ahead and cut that cord and release that for him so that he can fully step into this next role.
They're saying we're not going to do it.
Well, let's ask Akshat to find that cord. Let's focus in on that cord. Where is that cord? Do you see it?
I do. I see actually multiple cords. My chest, my back, my lower back.
What tool would you like to use to begin to cut and release those cords?
I don't know. Each time I think of a tool, I get a no. Scissor, no. Knife, no. Stone, no.
Sword?
No. Something needs to happen before these cords are cut.
Okay. Let's tune into that energy and find out what that is. What needs to happen before we can cut those cords?
Someone needs to find me. I need to find someone, and that person will take me through all of this, as if that person will hold my hand and kind of, and the cords will automatically detach.
Is that a physical person? Like someone in this lifetime?
Bryn, the lady I'm going to learn hypnosis from, as if she'll give me that push. She'll hold my hand and just take me with her.
Okay.
Kind of.
So as you begin to do the training with her and you begin to get the confidence that you need, those cords will just release automatically. Is that correct?
Yes and no. As if she's going to give me ultimate push.
Okay.
It's more than just the course.
Okay.
I sensed that when we had our first LBL, that as if the story doesn't end here. There's a lot more.
Okay. Very good. So as far as staying with his job, He's not happy and he does want to move into hypnosis, but he needs to be able to support himself. What do you suggest for him? What should he do?
I'm getting just October, and that's it.
Okay. So maybe something will change around October.
You'll figure out.
He'll know what to do.
I don't know.
Very good.
They're almost kind of hinting, worth asking the council. As if they don't want to say it, but they're still kind of hinting,
So let's do that. May we begin to connect with the Council of Light. Would that be appropriate today?
Yes. The moment we took their name, they're here, and they're here, and they're kind of laughing, and they're happy, saying, "There he is," as if they're looking for me, or they were just waiting for me, or they were just talking about me, something of that sort.
So what is Akshat's connection to the Council of Light?
I got this. He's our man. Now that he has connected to the council, now that he's part of the council, he needs to connect more.
How can he begin to connect more with the council?
As if they're saying, channel the light. Literally just sit and channel the light in through your head, into your heart. And that's it.
Does he need to set the intention to connect, or will that just be an automatic connection for him?
They're saying he knows it, how to do it.
Okay.
It's like just sit in a meditative state and kind of relax yourself and just imagine that the light is coming through the source into my head, going into my heart, and just into my body completely, and just I'm fully connected, and just start asking questions.
Beautiful. So is there an aspect of Akshat's soul that is currently sitting on the council? Is that the connection, or is he just connected to the council in some way?
He just transitioned into the council. He's still learning to be a member of the council, but that happened in this lifetime.
Can you tell us about the Council of Light? What is your role, or what all do you do?
Connecting with the rest of the council. So there's several councils at different levels, reaching out to all of them and kind of get the information and pass it on to humans somehow. And it's like they're channeling that information through Akshat, and as if they're rays or waves coming out of Akshat's body, which is going and flowing into humans. That information is being passed on like that somehow. Okay. So Akshat ever since he was a kid, he feel these chills in his body at times, in his spine, which travels throughout his body. That's exactly what is happening in that time. And he has questioned so many times that, is he normal? What happens? What is really happening there? So this is exactly what is happening.
So is he receiving information when he feels that sensation, or is he just receiving an energy from you?
He's receiving that information packets in the form of energy and releasing out to humans, just like in the form of energy, you can say. To keep it simple, just form of energy. Without interacting, but just passing it on in the air. Feels like a transmitter or something.
I feel that too. I have a similar in my back where I can feel the energy, and I've always wondered, is it information coming in or just strong energy that I'm feeling? It seems very similar.
You'll find out.
Yes.
That's what they say.
You'll find out. Just wait. So he wants to become a medium and a psychic. Is that something that you can activate within him, or something that he needs to cultivate within himself?
He's already doing that. He's already channeling in the information. He can tap into others' energy as well. He just doesn't know exactly how, but with practice and some tools, he'll be able to do that.
What tools can he use to help him with that?
I'm seeing stones, like crystals. Somehow he can use that to channel his energy into others, or use that stone as a medium and connect to that stone's energy, and then that stone's energy will connect into whosoever's energy he wants, and then that'll kind of bring the information back. Do you get me? That stone will be the kind of centerpiece to be able to connect with someone else's energy.
Okay. Does he have this stone currently, or will he be guided to this, what he needs?
He doesn't. It's like we have been showing him images of that stone forever, but he just doesn't go and buy it.
Okay. But he's clear on that now, which stone it is, so that he can go purchase it after this session.
I don't know, I still don't know the name. It's like a dark orange colored, kind of a tar shaped. I'll know it when I'll see it.
Okay. So
and I know the shop as well.
Okay. So we'll just ask the guides to assist you with getting the correct stone and understanding how to use that. So we were, as we were doing the healing work earlier, we were told that the astigmatism in the eyes, the eye pain, and the poor eyesight, that was something that you could assist him with. Is that correct?
Yes, as if they're trying to share something. I'm just unable to comprehend it. As if they're saying, release the energy from the eyes. Just, release the pent up energy that you're holding. And how do I do that? Which energy is it? Okay. Very simple thing. Wash your eyes with water and cry. That'll release all the energy. The tears, basically, that releases all the energy. So that's what they're saying. Just wash your eyes as frequently as possible. That should release. I have this tendency to gather the energies in my eyes for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So that builds up and causes the pain and the pressure. So that can be released like this.
Okay. And so what can he do to prevent himself from continuing to build energy in the eyes?
Two things. They are recommending me to wear glasses. I wear
Mm-hmm.
glasses, but then I dropped them for last 1 month or so. So they are saying do that. And they're also showing me a blue stone to keep it with me, and it will heal me, it will help me.
Are there any additional messages that the Council of Light would like to bring in for him today? Anything that he needs to know or understand?
They're again showing me stones. Um, there's one called Tiger Eye gemstone.
Yes. Is that the orange stone that he was shown
No,
originally? Okay, that's a different one.
that is for others, as if he needs to give it to them, to
Okay.
people.
What is the tiger's eye for? What does that help with?
I'm hearing the word awake. They'll help them more awake. They'll kind of wake them up,
Okay.
keeping near to the chest, near to the heart. That'll open the channel, clear the density. It'll lighten them up. It'll lighten up their shell.
Very good. And he's interested in accessing the Akashic records. Is that something that he can begin to do?
I got it as if they showed me a structure and said, take whatever you want. And they're just books inside that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I can't help with that yet.
Okay, that was interesting. Okay, so he has access to retrieve any of that information that he'd like.
Only to help the humanity.
Okay. And does he do this in meditation, or is there another way that he can access this information?
He doesn't do it yet. He doesn't know how to do that yet, but he can learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like just channeling the information from that place. Kind of the way he channeled the light from the source, just move that channel to this Akashic record place, and then the information will just flow in depending on what his question is, or for whom, or things like that,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. It feels as if that information directly comes into my heart
Mm-hmm.
rather than brain. And it goes, I just pass it on to whosoever. And then I get this image that I'm connected to all the awakened human beings. And that information just passes on. I can use my heart for so much, it feels.
Very good. Thank you for the information. We have a few more personal questions. Would the council like to continue answering, or should we call back in the higher self?
I'm getting they want to share more information.
They want to share more? Would they like me to ask the questions, your questions, or do they have information they're bringing forward?
We can do that. We can answer the questions.
Okay, very good. Thank you. He wants to know how he can protect himself and his family from negative energies. We've seen that there's been some black magic that's been used on him and family members. How can he prevent this from happening?
They're saying release the black magic, create a protective layer around them, layer of light. Call in the light of source, set the intention. It'll wrap around them, it'll help. I'm seeing all my family members are hugging each other and there's this protection of light around them. That'll just, any negative energies hitting that protection will bounce off.
Very good. Thank you.
I'm constantly getting heal the planet.
Heal the planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're almost urgently saying, heal the planet, heal the planet, heal the planet.
So this is something that he needs to begin to focus more on, bringing that energy down into the earth.
As if I can create a layer of protection almost around everyone. Doesn't matter if I know him or not.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that just by setting an intention. I can do it for them.
Is the intention enough, or do you need to add a visualization? So like if you're focusing on a person, can you just set the intention for them to be wrapped in the light of source, or do you need to visualize the light surrounding them?
Ideally, intention is enough if it's strong enough without any doubts.
Okay.
But visualization solidifies it.
Okay.
It's helpful.
Very good. Anything else he needs to know about that and the work that he needs to be doing?
Uplift the humanity from pain. Being shown herbs to heal the wounds, as if it's like as if that should be used instead of medicines.
Mm-hmm.
As if they'll heal faster, they'll heal you faster. Use plants, use the plant kingdom's help, ask for their help to heal you. They're always there. They will help. Ask for their help to give you the energy to heal you.
Thank you for that. So he wants to know more about who his partner is. He has been told that he will have a partner coming eventually. What can you share with him about that?
Roshni, her name.
Is this someone he knows already or someone new that he will meet?
He doesn't know her.
Hmm.
They're showing me sun, like a sunflower.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'll recognize her. I see as if she's wearing sunflower earrings.
Is that how he'll recognize her when he meets her?
Yeah. That'll be our indication for him.
Hmm.
That's the one. And he'll know the energy. He'll connect with it. He'll feel the connection.
Is there anything that you can tell him about his path with her in this life?
Just getting a couple of words: love, healing, and kids.
Mm.
She has been with me in past lives.
Mm.
We're meant to be together. And as if we'll heal together. No, that doesn't sound right. As if she'll be working in IT or chartered accountancy. And I'm just constantly getting, she'll be a huge support. She'll be a huge support. And that's it.
Beautiful.
And then the kids comes into the picture.
Can you tell him how many he might have?
He knows it too.
Very good.
A girl and a boy.
Oh, beautiful. Have those souls already chosen them? Or is that still in the process?
Can change, but it's mostly decided.
Okay, very good. And so will he and his partner be in Australia together? He's been shown that he would be in Australia next year. Is that part of the plan still?
I don't know.
So still to be decided.
Depends how he goes. Depends what happens. It's completely up to him, but also on his actions. As if the opportunity will come, for sure, but it'll be up to him to choose.
Very good. Are there any final messages that you would like to share with him today?
Green landscape filled with green crops. A tree in the middle. That tree is important. As if that tree is the medium between the source and the earth. And that's then animals, rabbits. I'm unable to understand.
Is this a vision of his future?
Yes. Serene, peaceful, happy. Exactly how he wants. Yes. He'll get there eventually. That's how Australia looks like. You'll have to go there. People are waiting for you over there, for you to come and hold the responsibility.
Beautiful. Anything else that you'd like to share with him today, or are we complete?
Yes.
Okay. We just want to say thank you so much to the council for stepping forward and to the beings that are in inner earth. We just ask you to begin to retreat back to your time, space, and dimension. We send you so much love and so much light.